Dons, the road to the Final Four begins here tonight at the Memorial Coliseum in the annual Spring Fling. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Maz, joined as always by Ryan Perrott. And Ryan, the Volley Dons, a tough task tonight, the Spring Fling against the University of Pacific.
This should be a very entertaining volleyball match. IPFW coming off a trip out west to California where they lost two tough matches to two very good teams. So hopefully tonight they can come out and rebound.
Keys to victory tonight.
IPFW has to serve well and they have to pass well. Let Chris Gislin be able to run the offense.
It's IPFW against the University of Pacific. It's coming up next here on College 56 Sports. The Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. This is Mike Maz along with Ryan Perrott calling the action in tonight's men's volleyball match between the Tigers of the University of Pacific and the IPFW Volley Dons. Ryan Perrott, it is Spring Fling. We're at a different venue tonight, the site of the Final Four in May, the Memorial Coliseum. You've played in 4 of these Spring Flings. What can we expect here tonight?
Little preview of the Final Four being held here at the Coliseum. Good volleyball action tonight. IPFW coming off their West Coast string where they lost a couple tight matches to Loyola Marymount and to Long Beach State in a rematch of last year's national semifinal. And Pacific, very good team this year, although the record doesn't indicate it. But this should be a very competitive volleyball match.
Well, the Tigers of the University of Pacific out of Stockton, California, come into this match with a record of 8-11 overall. They are 6-8 in the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation, a conference which, as you told me prior to going on air, has 2 divisions, but has powerhouses such as UCLA, Long Beach State, Pepperdine, BYU, and others. For the IPFW Volley Dons, as you said, they come in with a record of 10-7, 7-2 in MIVA play. But as you said, they have lost their last 3 matches. And it's time for the Volley Dons to get it together as we get closer and closer to conference tournament and the Final Four tournament as well.
Yeah, after they came back from Hawaii earlier in the year, they went on that unbelievable match win streak, I think 8 in a row. But then lately they've slipped a little bit. They lost a tough match to Ohio State. They played very well. They were up leading in a couple of games and ended up blowing the lead. And then going out to California and playing some tough teams there. So hopefully IPFW has learned a lot from the last 3 losses and can put it together here tonight.
Well, you should see the players are about ready to go. Pacific in their traveling black uniforms with white trim. IPFW in the home white with blue trim. Pacific will serve. We'll get you the starting lineups as we go along. Serving for the Tigers to start the match will be number 17, Christopher Thomas, a 6'5 freshman out of Santa Barbara, California.
Rotation 3. 5 coming around.
Jump serve, and we're underway. And side out to the Dons. Good set by Gislin. And Ryan, perhaps a good omen.
Nice transition set there by Gislin, setting the middle. Ruiz able to put the ball away against 2 blockers.
Scott Lane, first serve of the night for the Dons. Good effort on the block by Chris Gislin, but unfortunately it hit the floor and it's side out to the Tigers.
Vladimir Andrick there with the kill. He leads the Pacific Tigers in kills. 336, make that 7 now on the season.
Service there, and now we'll get our first look tonight at Jeff Patak, serving for IPFW.
Goes with the jump floater there, something different from him.
Good block, tag team block between Angel Ruiz and Gislin, and the Dons have the first point of the match.
Gislin leads the Dons in blocks. That was his 76th on the season. Another good touch there.
Hector Soto's kill is in, and it is 2-0 in favor of IPFW.
Nice shot there by Hector. That all started with the touch on the block there by Gislin and Ruiz.
Solid kill by Pacific, and it is side out to the Tigers. There's a good look there at Dylan Herrick, number 11, a 6'4 senior out of North Hollywood, California. Serving for Pacific will be number 10, Geir Ethune, if I pronounce that correctly, from Forde, Norway. Serve is long, service error, so it's side out to IPFW.
So far, nerves for Pacific, a couple long service errors. See if they can settle down here early in game one.
Angel Ruiz with the serve. Good save by Lane. Hector Soto.
Great run by Hector there on the free ball transition play. Went all the way from the left side behind Gislin, behind the setter. Run what we call a little X4 there.
Jump serve. Patak with the kill. And the Dons are on a nice little run to start the match, 4-0.
IPFW has come out in command here.
Timeout is called by the University of Pacific with our score 4-0. Again, we want to remind you that the telecast of this IPFW men's volleyball match tonight is brought to you in part by Dairy Queen, by Waterfield Mortgage, Fujifilm, Touchtone, Chestnut Group Incorporated, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Pizza Hut of Canterbury. Again, Ryan, we spoke about it before the match started. The Dons come in here on a 3-match losing streak. They're here. It's a great setup because, as you and I have talked about earlier, the Final Four will be here the first weekend in May. But it was very important for IPFW to get off the blocks early.
That's right, get off. And that's the problem that I think that they've been having. The slow starts, and when they do come back, they exert a lot of energy just for the comeback itself, and they don't have enough to push through to finish 15. So far, they're out 4-0 here early in game one, playing very well.
Service error there as the serve goes wide, so it is side out to Pacific. Serving will be Dylan Herrick. Nice setup, Gislin to Mike Cummings. And it's side out, IPFW. Chris Gislin, first serve of the night.
Overpass.
Net, I was going to say net violation, but it's point to IPFW. And it now makes the score 5-0.
Nice serve there by Gislin, that hard topspin floater up the line. Another one.
Good dig by Patak.
Tight set.
We side out to Pacific. One thing I noticed, Ryan, Chris Gislin, last time we did a match that I was involved with you, he had the protective device on his hand. Fully recovered?
Yeah, he says that the sprain, that's why he was wearing that brace. He had sprained it in practice. Nice shot there by Mike Cummings. He had sprained his thumb and wore it just for protective measures. He says it's feeling much better now, so he discarded that and is ready to go barehanded here tonight.
Side out to the Dons. Jump serving is Hector Soto. Good block. Kill attempt is long by Dan Heffer, and it is point to IPFW. It is now 6-0.
IPFW touching almost every ball that Pacific throws their way defensively.
Good dig. And it is side out to the Tigers as Chris Gislin unable to control that shot there. So the Tigers will serve in the person of Daryl Dillmore, number 5. Solid kill by Patak.
Nice shot there by Jeff, who averages 4 kills per game for the Dons.
Now Mike Cummings, 6'8" senior out of Young America, Minnesota. Solid kill by Christopher Thomas of Pacific, and it's side out Tigers. Again, this is game one of a best-of-5 match. IPFW leads 6-0 if you just tuned in.
Thomas, a very good server, leads the Tigers in service aces. He's got 22 on the year.
Solid kill by Mr. Ruiz, and it's side out Dons. Scott Lang jump serving. And it's error, service long, so it's side out Pacific. Vladimir Andrić, 6'8" junior out of Zagreb, Croatia, on the serve. Good play there by Herrick. And the Tigers are finally on the board.
Patak just pulled that one down a little bit too much. Wanted to go line there. Caught the top of the tape. Point to the Tigers.
Jump serve by Andrić, and it's long, so it's service there. Side out IPFW. There's a good look at Vladimir Andrić, 6'8" junior. Attack with a jump serve. Good tag team, Gislin and Ruiz. Makes it 7-1 in favor of the Dons.
Big wall by the Dons there, having Gislin and Ruiz blocking on the left side. They're just touching every ball. As Patak continues the jump float. Something different from him, and an ace. Usually Jeff goes with the topspin, but he's been working on this little jump floater, hitting the ball at a different trajectory.
The victim there was the Librero, number 1, Dexter Macaranis.
And he hits it so flat and close to the net like you want.
Nice block. Gislin and Soto tag teaming, and it's 9-1 in favor of IPFW.
Well, the Dons look impressive here early. Up 9-1, up big against Pacific.
Nice block again, Soto and Gislin. You see the Tigers shaking their heads a little bit. Timeout is called again with the score IPFW 10, Pacific 1. We'll be back with more IPFW volleyball action in just a moment. Match between the IPFW Volley Dons and the Tigers of the University of Pacific. Right now we're in game one. The Dons are on top 10-1, and as you mentioned a moment ago, Ryan, it's almost scary. The Dons are clicking on almost every cylinder.
They're playing absolutely perfect volleyball so far. They're serving well, touching everything or blocking everything at the net. They're playing defense behind that, converting in transition. Well, it's a Final Four team right here.
But we're a touch early. Jeff Patak with a jump serve.
Oh, trouble for Pacific.
They're not in sync, and right now they're on the short end of an 11-1 score.
That jump floater by Jeff Patak handcuffing the Pacific passers. It's so flat and so low to the net. Goes for a short one that time.
Solid kill there by Geir Eithun, the 6'7" freshman out of Norway, and it's side out Tigers. And Eithun gets a chance to serve.
Eithun hitting 30% on the season.
Gislin with the set. Good dig. Solid hit there by Eithun. And it's point to the Tigers, now 11-2 here in game one. Good play there by Dan Heffer. Little change of pace.
Tough play there because Ruiz ended up passing that short ball, and Gislin wanted to set him that back quick. Had to jump over Gislin that time. Couldn't convert.
It's now 11-3. Soto gets the job done for the Dons. And Hector is having a heck of a season, not to coin a phrase.
Hector averaging about 7.5 kills per game. Leads the team in kills and, of course, attempts.
Ruiz with the serve. Block attempt goes astray, and it's side out Pacific. And again, a solid hit there by Andrick for the Pacific Tigers. Good dig. Good save.
Oh, nice set by Patak.
And Hector Soto puts it away.
Great set there by Jeff Patak. Gislin had initially played the first ball. He pokeyed it up. And Patak falling backwards with a nice set to Hector, who rifles that cross court for a kill.
What I liked about that point, Ryan, was patience on the part of the Dons. They didn't panic, even though that service error gives the serve back over to the Tigers.
No panic. Everybody here knows how to play the game. They have the total tools.
Tigers on the serve. Good effort, but Andrick is a powerful player, and Gislin couldn't stop the first one.
Andrick has come alive here, stopping the momentum of IPFW momentarily here.
Score is now 11-4 in favor of IPFW. Pacific with the serve. Good block, good dig by the Tigers.
Smart shot there by Cummings. Going on two, Gislin initially set the first ball, and a great play by Cummings, corkscrewing, tooling off the block.
So it's side out to the Dons, and Hector Soto will have his second serve attempt of the night in the rotation. Block attempt fails, I believe, and it'll be side out to the Pacific Tigers. There you get a look at the head coach of the Tigers, Joe Wortman. Attack with a bullet. And it's side out to the Dons.
Great pass there by Hector, got that started. IPFW running the double quick, got the blockers up. Patak able to put it away.
Mike Cummings with the serve, conventional serve. Side out to Pacific. Service error there by Rigel Painter. And the Dons get it back once more. 6'8" Scott Lane out of Huntington Beach, California with the serve. Good kill there by Dylan Harrod. Side out Pacific.
We're going to call that wide. It went outside the antenna.
Oh, I take that back.
We're going to give it a point to IPFW. Scotty will continue to serve.
Thanks for correcting me, sir. And it's wide again on the kill attempt by Andrick. And right now it is 13-4. IPFW 2 points away from victory in game number 1.
They got the best server. Scott Lane leads the team in aces this season. And there's another. His 33rd on the year. And we've come to game point here in game 1.
And the crowd, the IPFW faithful, on their feet here at the Coliseum. Scotty Lane, jump serve.
Oh, a little miscommunication there. Chance to end it.
Gislin with the set, Patak with the kill. Good dig. Can they save it?
Tight set. Chasing, gone.
Solid hit by Pacific. They refuse to die, at least momentarily. And it's side out. Score 14-4 in favor of IPFW. Vladimir Andrick about to serve. It is long, service error. So another game point coming up. Jeff Patak with the honors.
See if that jump floater here will handcuff again. Nice serve.
Good kill there by Ithun. And the Tigers get another chance. Almost hit the net.
Nice strategic move there on the serve from Ethan, serving it a little short.
14-5 now.
Another short serve. Nice up.
Whoa, solid kill by we got to get this right. Is it Ithun or Ethun?
We'll go with Ethun.
Sounds good to me. Mini run for the Tigers. It's now 14-6, so they've scored 2 points in a row.
Unbelievable up there by Painter on Gislin's dump attempt.
Another kill, this one by Dillmore. And one wonders if Coach Arnie Ball may call a timeout here.
Well, here's what IPFW, they don't want to happen. Big lead and then allow their opposition a chance to come back in.
Gislin with the set for Hector Soto. Dug out by Pacific, however.
Wow.
Good dig there by Ethan, I should say. But the kill attempt by Andrick is long. And the Dons get the important side out, and now they'll have their third shot at win the victory here in game number 1.
In typical California style, a lot of defense, a lot of digs by Pacific in the backcourt, hanging around.
Good play there by Dillmore. Side out once again to Pacific. It almost looks like the Tigers, they were kind of shell-shocked off the start, but now they're getting their bearings. Maybe they get the time zone difference figured out.
Travel does play an integral role in how players perform. And they were here yesterday. There was a service error by Pacific. Practice yesterday here, so should be a factor, but perhaps getting used to the acclimation. The great settings here at the Memorial Coliseum.
Gislin with the jump serve.
Oh,
Nice play by Rigo Painter.
Statue of Liberty there by Painter, the open dump.
Side out Tigers. Heffer on the serve. And a good block by Dillmore. And don't look now, but it's now 14-8, where it was 14-4.
Dillmore leads the team in blocks. What was his 118th on the season?
Gislin with the set. Soto is wide.
And now the momentum flowing for Pacific here.
$14-9.
And Coach Ball just letting him play it out here. This is a sign of maturity team, senior team. See if they can handle the tension.
Good dig by Herrick. Let's see if the Tigers can convert. Net violation. No, I take it back. Coach side out to the Dons.
Coach Ball having a lot of faith in his guys. A big run there by Pacific. He didn't call the timeout. He let the players play through it. Now another chance for IPFW here to wrap up game 1.
Hector Soto with a jump serve. Solid kill by Dillmore. Side out Pacific.
He leads the team in hitting percentage, hitting about 46%. That time he spanked that back quick, giving the Tigers another chance here.
Good shot by Jeff Patak. Side out once again to the Dons, and this is the 6th attempt now for victory for IPFW here in game 1. Mike Cummings with the serve.
Tight set.
Defensive return.
This should be it. Free ball. X-play.
Nice play. The dunk shot by Scott Lane, and victory is finally achieved in game one for IPFW by a score of 15-9. 15-9. Valley Dons win game one.
Really wanted to go for an Indiana University business degree.
But with housing and tuition, it really adds up, and the money just wasn't there to go away to college.
And with a 2-year-old, my housing options were kind of limited anyway.
And the truth is, I really wanted to keep my job and stay close to home.
Going to IPFW made all that possible.
IPFW? It's the best choice I ever made.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. The right school, right here, right now.
Welcome back to the Memorial Coliseum, everybody. Game one in the books in favor of IPFW, 15-9. I'm joined now by the athletic director here at IPFW, Dr. Walt Bowman. And Dr. Bowman, your thoughts here on game number one?
Well, it's about time, and we're playing great. We got a super lead, and then we sort of fell asleep for a minute, let them catch back up. But we're playing well now. You know, we've got to get our rhythm back for the rest of this year, and it still comes down to a one-game playoff at the end of the year, and that's Ohio State and us for all the marbles.
We're here at the Memorial Coliseum for the annual Spring Fling, but as we both know, the Final Four is going to be here in not too many weeks. What preparations are taking place now for the Final Four?
You know, I'm glad you asked. We have been meeting at least twice a month. We're getting ready right after April to be meeting almost weekly. We're putting the tape together. The banquet's now arranged. We're just waiting to see who those 4 teams are going to be. But we have all of the planning done. The ticket sales are going well. There still is a lot of tickets left, and we just encourage the people to get involved right now, get the best seats that are left, and to be ready to come to Fort Wayne to the Coliseum here for that occasion.
Real quickly, where can people call for to get questions answered and get their tickets?
Everything is through Ticketmaster now. So all they got to do is call Ticketmaster, and it's all through that.
Well, as always, we appreciate you coming on board, and we'll chat with you again soon.
Thanks so much. Go Dons.
Dr. Walt Bowman, the athletic director here at IPFW, chatting between games 1 and 2 in our match tonight between the University of Pacific and the IPFW Valley Dons. The Dons successful in game 1, 15-9. They jumped out to a quick 11-1 lead. And we'll talk more about it in just a minute, but let's take a break right now. You're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports. Welcome back to the Coliseum, everybody. Mike Miles, Ryan Perrott with you. You see the teams. You just saw a picture of the Valley Dons meeting with Coach Arnie Ball and the Pacific Tigers meeting with their coach, Joe Wortman. We just got the numbers handed to us, Ryan, from game 1. What stands out?
IPFW's blocks. 8 blocks for IPFW compared to 3 for Pacific. Digs are relatively even, 12-8 in favor of Pacific, but the hitting percentage of IPFW, they're hitting .333 as a team. Pacific only hitting .237 as a team, so they struggled early, did Pacific. They got that little run, that little momentum halfway through the game, but IPFW able to hold on and finish it out.
Well, teams are back on the court now as you get a look at Jeff Patak. The Dons will serve to start game 2, and it will be Angel Ruiz, a 6'7" freshman out of Cabo Rojo, Puerto Rico, and I've been waiting to say that for some time.
And you got it right, too.
That's rare. Block attempt unsuccessful by the triumvirate of Soto, Cummings, and Gislin, and it's side out to the Pacific Tigers.
And a good sign looking over the stats. Chris Gislin distributing the ball all over the place. Everybody equal amount of kills, equal amount of sets. That's a good sign for IPFW.
Solid kill by Soto. Side out IPFW.
Soto's 6th kill in 10 attempts. Gives IPFW the ball.
Chris Gislin, jump serving. Good dig. Consequently, Pacific has a good dig too. Nice dink shot, Mike Cummings. And it's 1-0 IPFW. As you get a good look there at Dan Heffer, the 6'7" sophomore out of Goleta, California. Jump serve again. Solid service ace. As Andrick unable to convert.
3rd service ace for the Dons tonight. And we were talking in our last telecast, remember the service ace to service error ratio. You want at least 1 to 3. IPFW 3 aces, 3 errors. Make it 4 errors.
As that
it's very
goes
good.
in the net. Side out Tigers. And now we'll see Dan Heffer with the serve. Good dig there by Heffer. Nice block. Cummings. Side out IPFW.
Cummings, Soto, and Lane there with the 3-man wall on Andrick. No place to go around that block.
Hector Soto set to serve. A wee bit long, however, service there. So the serve goes back to Pacific. And Dylan Herrick, the 6'4" senior out of Campbell Hall High School in North Hollywood, California, with a conventional serve. Soto with a blast that Herrick can't handle. And then we've had 4 successive sides out. Now Mike Cummings will serve. Kill attempt is long by Ethan. And it's 3-0, I'm sorry.
Ethan had nothing up. Jeff Patak had committed with the middle. He just hit that one long.
Timeout is called by Pacific with the score 3-0 in favor of IPFW. You too can participate in the excitement of Mastodon Athletics by joining the Royal Dons Athletic Association. The Royal Dons is IPFW's official athletic booster organization. Members enjoy benefits such as priority seating at IPFW sports events and food and refreshments in the hospitality room. For more information about the Royal Dons, call 219-481-6958 or write to Royal Dons Athletic Association, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Well, Ryan, it's almost a similar start to Game 1. The Dons jumped out early to a 4-0 lead in Game 1. Pacific called a timeout. Right now it's 3-0. Again, the Dons with the lead. What is the Tigers talking about in their timeout there?
Well, Coach Wortman for the Tigers is giving his team a tongue lashing. It looks like they're sleepwalking out there, and they're going to have to get something going offensively against the Dons block. Right now, everything that Pacific throws their way, IPFW able to touch or stuff block, and that's not a good sign for your offense.
Interesting sequence there. Scott Lane with the kill. And it's now 4-0.
The Tigers look discomforted out there. They don't seem like they're in a groove at all, but IPFW smoking, they're in a groove. Nice short serve there by Cummings.
And the set attempt by Painter falls astray, and all of a sudden it is 5-0 once again.
It's a tale of 2 different teams for IPFW. You know, a while ago, I mean, I got a chance to go out to California and watch a team. Tonight, they've just gone back to the basics. They're serving well. Great stuff block there by Scott Lane. As Coach Wortman wants another timeout.
Not very happy as he meets with his players. Bring IPFW head men's volleyball coach Arnie Ball into your home each Wednesday and Thursday evening this season. Arnie joins assistant coach Mark Franke to review the Volley Dons' progress, discuss the highlights, meet with players, and look ahead to upcoming volleyball action. So tune into the Arnie Ball Show Wednesday evenings at 9 and Thursday evenings at 7 right here on College 56.
Before that break, Mike, as I was telling talking a tale of two different teams for IPFW. A while ago, they were struggling, they were pressing the issue. They were having difficulties serving, difficulties passing, difficulties setting, difficulties hitting, just all facets of the game. Tonight, they've gone back to basics. They're serving aggressively. They're passing the ball extremely well. Chris Gislin distributing the volleyball all over the place. They look great tonight.
Well, right now they're on top in game 2, 6-0. Mike Cummings will continue to serve. Solid block there. And it's 7-0.
Just great blocking by the Dons all night long. That time, Jeff Patak and Ruiz with the block. Oh, they look invincible.
Solid kill there. Was it touched?
Off of Scotty Lane's hands.
Ethan with some power, and momentarily the Tigers stop a run of 5 consecutive points.
Ethan's 6th kill in 10 attempts here tonight.
And he will serve now for the Pacific Tigers. Solid hit by Angel Ruiz. And right now it's side out again to the Dons.
Ruiz hitting around the 31% clip for the season. The middle's starting to see a lot more balls here tonight. The passing is on. Gislin able to set them perfectly.
Solid serve by Scotty Lane. Let's see what happens. Oh, good kill by Andrick. I was very surprised that the Tigers were able to save that serve over there.
Great save by the setter, Painter.
Gislin with the set for Soto, and Hector puts it away. Side out once again to IPFW. Jeff Patak. Love that hairdo.
Great serve. And a chance to score.
Gislin with the set, Patak with the kill. And Jeff Patak took care of business himself.
Coach Wortman's up off the bench. He wants a substitution.
As number 4, Aaron Wachtfogel, a 6'1" freshman out of Redondo Beach, California, comes in for Geyer Ethan. Oh, a miss hit. What happened there?
You want to blame the hair on that one, Mike?
We'll blame something. Bottom line, it's side out Pacific.
You just mishit that. You had the right idea. You wanted to hit it flat and close to the net. Fortunately, just a little too low.
Good dig there for the Tigers. Change of pace hit by Wachtfogel. Tit for tat. Nice block. The combination, Lane, Gislin, Ruiz. Side out Dons. One thing I've noticed tonight, Ryan, it's more tag team blocking than what I've seen in prior matches. It's not just 1 or 2. It seems to be 3 people most of the night.
Yeah, the middle's able to get outside and close, and then when they get the opportunity, the off wing comes over, gets a 3-man wall up there, making it very hard for Pacific to get a ball through.
Andrick was, however, able to get one through, and it's side out Tigers. Whistle momentarily stops play.
Our head official there, Patty Salvatore.
Service there. Interesting. I hadn't seen that in a while. Andrick with an open palm. I hadn't seen that in a long time. Side out IPFW, Chris Gislin.
All the variations in serving these days. That's going to be an ace for Chris Gislin, his 2nd of the night.
Makes the score 9-0 in favor of IPFW.
Well, all the players today, whether it's college or international, you always want to have the opportunity of serving aggressively, serving tough, and now they're mixing up everything. You got the jump floats, the top spin. That ball went out of bounds. It hit the antenna, point to the Dons. But they're just trying to mix it up some way so they can keep their the passing of the opposition guessing. And it's working for IPFW. You have Chris Gislin, Scotty Lane, all with the top spin tonight. And Hector Soto as well with the top spin. And then Jeff Patak going to the jump floater.
Good dig by Gislin there. Nice block by the Tigers. Cummings finds the open hole. And it's 11-0 IPFW. 11-0. Again, Gislin with the jump serve, and it's service ace.
Great spot by Gislin going out wide. His favorite serve. Gets another ace.
Another substitution. John Dyer, number 14, a 6'1 sophomore out of Pleasanton, California, replaces Vladimir Andrick. And right now, Coach Wortman is beside himself.
Oh, he took something off of that one. It's not going to be an ace, but that's going to be a reception error.
Point one.
Yeah, he pulled the string on that one. He took so much off of that ball. Instead of hitting it deep, went short.
13-0 the score. Long service error there, so after 5 consecutive points on the serve, it'll be Pacific side out. Dan Heffer. Gislin with the set. It is long. And the Tigers break the skunk.
Finally on the scoreboard.
13-1.
Ball started with a tough jump float serve here and handcuff Patak. Nice pass that time.
Good effort there by Dyer, but it falls harmlessly out of bounds. Side out, IPFW.
Nice cut shot there by Mike Cummings in the middle.
Hector Soto, rather, I'm sorry, on the serve. Block attempt fails. Side out, Pacific.
Good touch on the block by the Dons. They just lost it over their heads. Didn't turn around fast enough. Ball able to slowly hit the floor. Side out Pacific.
Dylan Herrick with a good jump serve.
Whoa.
Gets the bounce, gets the luck. The Irish being St. Patty's Day.
And Coach Wortman beside himself. A ball landed in front of 2 players. That hubby-wife area, no communication.
Mike Cummings to serve. 13-1 our score. IPFW on top here in game 2. Downs won the first one 15-9. Gislin with the set. Block attempt fails, and it all of a sudden now is game point for game number 2.
Smart shot there by Scott Lane. Tight set, just tooled the block. Giving IPFW another chance here to win it in game 2.
Kill attempt long, and game 2 is in the books in favor of IPFW by a score of 15-1. 2 games in the books. Game 3 coming up in a moment when we return on IPFW Volleyball here on College 56 Sports.
I'm Walter Bowman, Director of Athletics at IPFW. Thank you for joining us this evening and allowing me 60 seconds of your time. Since August of this academic year, you have both read and heard of our drive for Division I status. The Executive Board of the Royal Dons Athletic Association, our associates in Business 100, and hundreds of constituents like yourself have all joined together with a single purpose, Division I athletics for you and the Fort Wayne community. At present, we are exploring many possibilities for potential conference affiliation, along with expanding the base programs offered. Recently, the faculty approved the addition of men and women's indoor and outdoor track, bringing our offerings to 16 varsity programs. I believe that when we are an NCAA Division I program, each of you watching this television program tonight will have an opportunity to view firsthand the Hoosiers, Boilermakers, and the Fighting Irish here in Fort Wayne and at the Coliseum and at the university. In order to move our vision from the dream stage to reality, we need to continue to attract strong alumni and community support. Fort Wayne, the second largest city in the state, is deserving of a Division I program which reflects the community's greatness. Together, you and I are positioned to form an alliance which will give the citizens of Northeast Indiana even more reason to show our Hoosier pride. The number on the screen will provide you the opportunity to become involved in Mastodon excitement. Pick up your phone and call me so we can discuss your involvement.
She is one of America's toughest drug enforcement agents. Last year, she helped convict 90 drug dealers, seize several tons of crack and marijuana, and close down 10 major drug operations. She is a 68-year-old grandmother named Irma. She set up a community drug watch that is not only changing her neighborhood, but its future. There are many ways to help in your community. Call the Points of Light Foundation. Do something good. Feel something real.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids. Back seat, baby. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Back seat, baby. Put that booties in the back seat. Back seat, baby. Have action kids you never meet. I'm here to remind you to put them behind you. Back seat, baby. Wow! Look at here. Back seat, baby. To stay alive even when I drive.
I'll take Simmons.
Yeah. Give me Jones.
Anderson.
Smith.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Swifka.
Harris.
Lavenger.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Welcome back to the Memorial Coliseum, everybody. Mike Miles and Ryan Perrott with you. And Ryan, game one, game two, both going the way of IPFW by scores of 15-9 and 15-1. We've got the numbers in front of us, and there are a couple that stand out tremendously.
IPFW just looks unbelievable tonight. They're hitting 41% as a team. Pacific has dropped down. They're barely hitting 1%. The service aces, IPFW has 6 service aces, 7 service errors, none for Pacific tonight with 7 errors. So IPFW serving very well. And receiving errors, we mentioned about that when Chris Gislin pulled something off of that jump serve. 6 reception errors for Pacific, none for IPFW. So they're passing the ball very well. IPFW, Chris Gislin able to distribute the volleyball all around as we take a look at a
game
replay
point
here. Game point.
In freeze frame.
IPFW out-blocking Pacific 19-3. That is an unbelievable number. The digs are pretty even, 16-14 in favor of Pacific, but IPFW otherwise look invincible here tonight.
You and I both know the talented coaching of Arnie Ball. Your team is up 2 games to none. Everything's going your way. What does he tell his team? Because obviously he's got some thoughts in the back of his mind. Obviously, don't let up. But what does he tell his team
That's
right
now? You can't let up, especially you're playing a California team, first of all. You're playing Pacific. They're a good team. Unfortunately, they just haven't showed it here tonight. But you never know, that spark can happen. He's just telling the guys, stay focused. Continue to do what you're doing. You're serving well. You're blocking well. You're getting out there. You're blocking square. You're digging balls. Chris Gislin continue to help Gislin out by passing the ball well. He's telling Patak and Hector that. And they're able to do that, run the offense well. And if they continue to do that, they should be able to cakewalk here as well in game 3.
Well, we want to remind you that this is spring fling. And earlier tonight, before we came on the air, Ball State played Penn State, and the Cardinals prevailed, winning in straight games, shall we say. And tomorrow afternoon, we want to remind you, round 2, so to speak, the teams reverse. These Tigers of the University of Pacific will be taking on Ball State, I believe, at 12 noon. And at approximately 2:30, the Volley Dons will play host to Penn State, and it's the rubber match.
That's right.
As you get a good look at the brain trust of IPFW volleyball. Out in Hawaii, Penn State was successful, and immediately on the return from Hawaii, following a win over Mercyhurst, the Dons traveled to Pennsylvania and took out Penn State in 3 straight. So the rubber match, so to speak, and a possible preview, if things fall into place, of the Final Four, as Penn State is leading their league. They're undefeated in their league, and they may be back here. As we're almost ready to start game number 3, I want to remind you to learn more about Mastodon Sports in season by tuning into Mastodon Spotlight each Tuesday and Wednesday evening here on College 56. Here's truly, I'll review the week's sports activities, look at game footage, and talk with coaches on the program. That's Mastodon Spotlight, Tuesdays at 7 and Wednesdays at 8:30 right here on College 56. as the Dons continue right off the blocks. Here in game 3, they get a side out quick.
One substitution for the Dons. Josh Sanders has entered the ball game in for Mike Cummings. Mike Cummings leaves with 6 kills, no errors, 7 total attempts. He hit .857. Nice touch off the block.
Attack with a kill. And it's 1-0 IPFW. Angel Ruiz with the serve.
No signs of letting up so far by the Dons early.
Good dig by Scott Lane. Good block by Chris Gislin. And it is St. Patrick's Day, and the Dons had a little luck of the Irish there.
Gislin with the one-arm fadeaway, the Kong block there at the net. IPFW's 20th block tonight.
Change of pace by Sanders.
That's a tough shot there by Sanders, just coming into the ball game, but that overpass was about at the 10-foot or 3-meter line, and he hit that on one. Tougher than it looks.
3-0 Dons. Another block. The law firm of Soto, Sanders, and Gislin take care of that one. And it's 4-0 IPFW.
Smart play there. The off wing coming. Chris Gislin that time coming over, setting up the 3-man wall. Can't get anything past it all night.
And finally, the block attempt by Gislin, and Sanders goes astray. Side out Tigers. But for the 3rd time in a row, the Dons get off the blocks early. They're up 4-0.
It's key always to have those good starts. Puts the pressure on the other team.
Service ace there by Vladimir Andrick.
Their first service ace tonight for the Tigers. Andrick, 1 ace, 3 errors tonight.
Good dig by Lane. No, not quite so good. They couldn't get to it. Makes the score 4-2.
Overpass.
3 points in a row. And don't look now, the Tigers are starting to wake up.
And Andrick serving in the zone 1, serving where Ruiz is. Not serving in the middle where Patak or up the line where Soto is. So picking on Ruiz here. That time to Patak, perfect pass.
Good dig there by Andrick.
That's a throw.
Side out to the Dons. And Chris Gislin will now serve.
So Pacific with a little run there. See if IPFW can answer.
Gislin with a jump serve. Good dig.
A little pinball D there by the Dons.
Good block by Sanders. Gislin with the set. Attack long on the kill attempt, however. Side out Pacific. But again, even though side out Pacific, you saw the teamwork, the digs, the sets. IPFW playing very well so far tonight. Scotty Lane with the change of pace.
Great shot there by Scotty. Bringing that beach game of his that he plays over the summer indoors. Great roll shot. Side out to the Dons.
Yeah, as we said, Scott Lane, 6'8" senior out of Huntington Beach, California. Service error as that ball tipped the top of the net. Side out to Pacific. Dylan Herrick on the serve. Service error. That ball goes wide. And you get a good look at Herrick, 6'4" senior out of North Hollywood, California. Now, Josh Sanders, the Badger from Racine. Good block. And it's now 5-3 in favor of the Dons.
Another great block there. Scott Lane and Angel Ruiz clamping on the outside.
Block attempt, falls astray. Side out Pacific.
Ball sneaking through Patak's hand. He wasn't square to the net that time. Facing towards the middle of the court, the ball able to sneak through.
Geyer Ethan on the serve. Gislin with the set. Kill attempt is long, however, by Patak, so it's side out. I take it as point Pacific. I take it back. It's now 5-4.
Patak's third hitting error tonight. He's got 7 kills. Another short serve there by the Tigers.
Nice change of pace. Ruiz. That wasn't a very high set by Chris Gislin.
Ruiz able to do something with that low set. Just tips it open. Tips it over to the open spot.
Lane jump serve. Ruiz puts it away. Makes the score 6-4.
Another receiving error for the Pacific Tigers. Scott Lane, that tough jump serve up the line. A lot of spin. Causing an overpass.
Oh, good change of pace by the setter, Rigel Painter. Caught the Dons flat-footed.
Second time he's been able to do that tonight. That little dink over the shoulder.
Daryl Dillmore with the serve for the Tigers. Good dig there by the setter. And it's side out, or I may take it back, it's point Pacific. Makes it 6-5.
Pacific playing much better here in game 3. Dump attempt failed there by Gislin. We're tied at 6. They're digging balls. They're able to side out better than they have been the first 2.
Gislin sets it up for Scotty Lane, and Scott puts it away. Side out IPFW, and Jeff Patak jump serve. Net violation, I believe. Point to the Dons. Makes it 7-6. IPFW went out. Nice dig by Lane.
Give it back to him.
And it's point to IPFW. Makes it 8-6.
Great dig there by Scott Lane, screaming the Gislin, set me again, set me again. Able to tool the block for a point. Oh.
Side out now to Pacific. The block failed, and the dig attempt by Patak failed.
It's a great touch on the block there by Ruiz and Gislin. Patak playing in on defense. Perhaps maybe 2 or so feet back. May have had that. Another service error for the Tigers. Not serving particularly well throughout the course of the match. Their 10th service error here tonight.
Ruiz to serve. Again, Soto not squared up. And it's side out to the Tigers.
Soto is an underrated blocker. He's a very good, obviously when he has those great hops, he's got a great wingspan, and he times everything so perfectly.
Held ball.
We call a lift there on the Pacific Tiger player.
I know,
the joust that they meant Gislin winning that.
So it'll be side out to IPFW. You get a good look at Joe Wortman, the head volleyball coach here at Pacific.
Has not liked what he's seen here tonight.
Painter with the set.
Oh. Tight set.
Good block by the Tigers. Another block, good dig there. And point, the kill by Scott Lane.
Scotty hitting that one left-handed.
Did you know he was ambidextrous?
Very talented, multi-talented Scott Lane.
9-6 our score. Don's on top with the serve.
Which is the sign of a very good volleyball player when you're multi-talented. Everyone is on the Dons. That shot by the Tiger just hit the antenna. Another point to the Dons, and they're starting to roll now.
5 points away from match victory. Solid serve there. Kill attempt long, and it's 11-6. Substitution for the Tigers and for the Dons, as Matthew Kent comes in, 6'6" freshman out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. He'll replace Scott Lane. And number 18, Matt Griffin, a 6'5" senior from Encinitas, California, comes in the lineup for Pacific. Whoa! Attacks. Still making sure his head's on there.
Little tattoo shot there.
Side out Pacific. And Griffin will serve. Good kill by Josh Sanders. Side out IPFW.
Josh Sanders, a very talented offensive middle. It's the ball at a lot of different angles.
Hector Soto with a jump serve. Oh, nice teamwork. Good kill there by Dillmore. Side out Pacific.
And we haven't heard Dillmore's name a lot here in game 3. Pacific having a lot of success running the middle so far tonight.
Dylan Herrick on the jump serve. Service ace makes it 11-7. And Tigers playing their best game of the match so far. Trailing by 4 at 11-7 here in game 3.
Nice pass.
Side out to the Dons. Educate me on that one, Ryan.
Our down official, Eric Beaumont, calling a net violation on the Pacific blocker. Painter touched the net. That serve is going to go long by Josh Sanders. Net violation on the Pacific there. No such thing as incidental contact anymore.
Gislin sets it up. And the nice kill by Kent. Side out IPFW. And Matthew Kent, just had a 6'6" freshman out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, now with his first serve of the night, I believe. Soto with the dig, Gislin with the set.
Wow, Pacific playing good defense.
Good block. Take your pick. Patak, Ruiz, or Gislin. Bottom line is, it's a point for IPFW, and now a 12-7 lead.
Huge block there by the Dons. Painter left his Pacific Tiger teammate out to dry there. Tight set. The Dons able to roof that one.
Good kill there by Vladimir Andrick. And it's side out to the Tigers. Daryl Dillmore will serve. Change of pace by Chris Gislin, but Tigers able to respond. Good dig by Kent. Gislin setting it up. Point to the Dons.
Great play there, Matt Kent.
Or I should say timeout, side out to the Dons, I'm sorry.
Nice dig there. Gislin setting him pipe in transition. Able to cut it inside the three-man wall for the Tigers. Side out IPFW.
Jeff Patak with the jump serve. Good dig by Kent. Good block there by Matt Griffin. Side out IPFW. Service error there by Ruiz. Side out Tigers. Again, 12-7 is our score here in game 3. IPFW won games 1 and 2. And service error by Andrick. We've had 6 consecutive service errors here. Sides out, I should say.
Chris Gislin, he's served very well tonight. course, I jinx him as I say that, as he just misses going up the line.
Matt Griffin to serve for Pacific. Gislin sets it up for Kent, and miss hit. And it is point to the Tigers. It's now 12-8.
Oh, they're going to call a net violation on one of the Tiger players. With the side out to the Dons, and Coach Wortman can't believe it.
Soto jump serve. Service error there. Side out Pacific.
Incidental net when the ball's in the middle.
IPFW in a little lull here. They've been stranded at 12.
Good block, combination block kill there by Dillmore. And now it is 12-8 in favor of IPFW. Service there. As Herrick serve hits the top of the net, side out IPFW. Josh Sanders, 6'8" sophomore from Racine, Wisconsin. On the serve. Nice kill there by Andrick. Aaron Wachvogel on the serve, freshman out of Redondo Beach, California. Nice setup. Ruiz finishes it off. Side out Dons. Matthew Kent. Long on the serve. Dons 3 points away from match victory, which would raise their record to 11-7. Nice kill there by Ruiz. Side out IPFW.
Another nice set by Gislin there, running the middle a lot tonight. Ruiz able to put another kill away. He's played very well, had a solid game. So has Patak as he serves.
Good dig by Patak.
Joust coming.
And it is now point number 13 for IPFW, 13-8. Again, Jeff Patak with the jump serve.
Nice touch there by Soto.
Gislin with the set. Ruiz with the kill. And we are at match point. Patak.
And a service ace.
Service ace to finish the match. IPFW victorious tonight here at Spring Fling 2000, defeating the University of Pacific by scores of 15-9, 15-1, and 15-8. Players in the post-game congratulatory handshakes, players and coaches. Again, IPFW victorious tonight in straight games, 15-9, 15-1, 15-8. We'll take a short break and come back, hopefully, and talk with a couple of participants in tonight's match as you're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports.
As Director of Athletics and Executive Director of the Royal Dons Athletic Association, I am pleased that you have joined us tonight for this telecast. We invite you to join with many of your neighbors and friends and become a part of the Mastodon family. For more information on how you can join the Royal Dons, call us at the number on the screen.
Welcome back to the Memorial Coliseum, everybody. Mike Maas, Ryan Perrott with you. We've got a replay here of, I believe, match point. Jeff Patak.
Jeff, who's had a lot of success today with this jump floater, hits it flat, handcuffs the libero. Service ace tonight.
Game, set, and match. As you see, Coach Arnie Ball talking with the Athletic Director Walt Bowman. We're going to try to talk with Jeff Patak and with Coach Arnie Ball if we can set things up for you. Started to say, with the victory tonight, the Volley Dons improved to 11-7 overall, while the Pacific Tigers dropped to 8-12. And again, we want to remind you that tomorrow afternoon here at the Coliseum, Pacific will play Ball State at 12 noon, followed at approximately 2:30 by the Volley Dons taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions. As you see, one of our hopeful guests, Jeff Patak, will be talking with Ryan momentarily. Also, while we have this momentary break, I want to remind you to tune in to College 56 Sunday evening, March 19th at 7 o'clock for the replay of tonight's volleyball match with the University of Pacific. That's Sunday evening, March 19th at 7 o'clock right here on College 56. As you see some of the fans here. Again, Ryan's going to talk with Jeff Patak momentarily, and then we'll chat with head coach Arnie Ball. As we are almost ready, I believe.
We're going to take the uniforms back. I'm going to be there. You want to tell Lisa, will you do the towels? Okay. All right. Tell her you're going to do the towels. Yeah. Thanks.
We're just about ready now.
With Jeff Patak. Jeff, very impressive game tonight. Your thoughts?
Thank you. Well, all week I'm working on passing, serving, defense, blocking. I thought we played really well tonight. I mean, we were into the game. JT's playing really well. At the libero, he's totally into the game, getting us up. Played real well.
A tale of two different teams. I was able to go out and watch you guys play in California. It looked like you struggled at times there to put it all together. Tonight, you guys come out, you guys look invincible. Well, what's the difference in a week?
A lot of talking. Coach talked to us. We sat down, had a lot of meetings, players. I mean, our goals this year, and we really want to win a national championship. And, I mean, we got to start playing well right now.
IPFW tonight blocked more balls than I've seen them all year. About 25 tonight. And you guys served very impressively tonight, Chris Gislin, Scott Lane, Hector. And you abandoned the top spin and went to the jump floater. What's with the change?
My knees have been hurting me kind of a little bit, and I just want to stay off it a little bit. I don't want to sit down and float. I want to get up, and I can't serve my jump serve that I used to serve anymore. It's really bad, so.
In the next couple weeks, couple big important matches for the conference. Lewis coming in on the 31st of March here. Very tough match. Are you looking ahead now to the tournament after what happened with Ohio State, with Mercyhurst, all those teams? Are you looking forward to getting some revenge in the tournament?
Man, I'm looking really forward to it. I mean, we're going to play at Ohio State's gym. It's kind of like this, exactly the same pretty much. And, I mean, that's what we're working on. We want to play Ohio State in the finals and kill them.
Not looking ahead, but tomorrow you guys play Penn State, a rubber match. You guys have split on the course of the year. What's going to be the key to victory for you guys tomorrow?
I don't know. Same thing as tonight. Defense, serving, passing, and blocking. I mean, I think we outblocked them the other two times we played them. And, I mean, they had a pretty bad match against Ball State, so I think they're trying to get revenge on us, so we'll see.
All right, Jeff Patak, congratulations tonight. Good luck tomorrow. All right, let's send it back over to Mike Moss, who's with Coach Arnie Ball.
Thanks, Ryan. I am joined by the head coach of the Volley Dons, Arnie Ball. And, Coach, is this the most focused this team has been this year? I know it's a silly question, but...
Well, except for a little bit of a period of time in game two, where we let them get a run on us. It's just about as focused as we've probably been, Mike. I would agree with that.
What magical words did you say to your team after the trip to California last week? 3 matches in a row you had lost, and then you come back tonight and the team played extremely well.
Well, you've been around this sports stuff a long time. There are no magical words. We talked to all the kids about how they had to individually look at themselves and say, what have I done to contribute to the losses, or what have I done to contribute to our wins? And whatever that is that I've done, I've got to get better at. And I've got to get better at my passing. If it's Hector and Jeff, Scotty serving, I mean, just the whole group we talked to about individually getting better. Because if you individually get better, then corporately you get better. and certainly some of that showed up tonight, I thought.
We know that the Final Four is going to be here in May, and it's always nice to come here for spring fling. But in the broad range of things, how important was it for your team to come out here on the floor where the Final Four is going to be played, and hopefully your team will be a participant? How important was it to be out here tonight?
Well, you know, none of these kids have ever played in this building. You know, every time we have the spring fling and play in the Coliseum, it's over in the Expo Center. I'm pretty disappointed in the number of people that were here. I thought we'd have a bigger crowd than we had tonight, but for our kids to get a chance to play in this arena, not only from the standpoint that the NCAA was here, excuse me, is here, but you know, you come in here and you look at this place and go, wow, this is where we could play in May in this kind of a setting, because it's exactly what it'll be. So I think from that standpoint, it's a real motivational kind of thing for our kids to be able to play in this building, and it's certainly an advantage for us as a coaching staff, for us to use it as a motivation.
Maybe the team will come in the locker room and say, hey, let's play the rest of our matches here after tonight.
If we played that well, I'd be willing to do that.
Most of the matches in the regular season the rest of the way are going to be at home. How important is it for your team here to be in familiar surroundings, to be able not to miss too much class, and to finish out the rest of the string with most of their matches here at home?
Well, I think it allows you a comfort zone that you don't have when you're on the road as much as we were earlier in the year, certainly because you're in your own environment, you sleep in your own bed. But the thing from a coaching standpoint, and not so much from a player standpoint, from a coaching standpoint, is that it gives us an opportunity to train a little more than what we can when we travel. When you travel, the kids get so tired and you miss class, and so when you're home, you can actually spend some time training. And so we're going to do some extra stuff in the weight room. We're going to do some extra stuff with some plyometric kind of stuff that we really haven't been able to do. And that physical training becomes just as important sometimes as the technical training. So from that standpoint, from a coach's standpoint, this next 5 weeks is a nice stretch for us.
As Ryan and Jeff were talking about a moment ago, you come right back tomorrow afternoon on the floor here at the Coliseum to take on Penn State in a rubber match between the two schools. Do you throw out anything new from what you've done the first two times out?
No, absolutely not. You know, they beat us over in Hawaii, and I thought that in that particular match we made a ton of serving errors, or I thought we would have won that match. And we went to their place and we whipped them pretty good at their place, beat them 3-0 and pretty convincingly. You know, what we need to do tomorrow is do the very same thing we did tonight. You know, when you look at the stats, and we were 7 service aces and 13 errors. When that happens, you got a great chance of winning, and our passing was good. I mean, we just played solid volleyball tonight. And if we do that against Penn State tomorrow, I think we'll be very successful.
Well, we'll let you get back with your team. Again, congratulations on the effort tonight, and good luck tomorrow against Penn State.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for everything, everybody.
Head coach Arnie Ball here of the IPFW Volley Dons. I want to make a couple of reminders. Again, tune in to College 56 Sunday evening, March 19th at 7 p.m. for the replay of tonight's men's volleyball match with the University of Pacific. That's Sunday evening, March 19th at 7 o'clock right here on College 56. We also want to remind you that we'll be back next Friday evening, back over at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, March 24th, for more IPFW Live Sports, when we bring you live coverage of the Volley Dons contest with the Patriots of George Mason University. So tune in at 7 o'clock next Friday evening for IPFW versus George Mason right here on College 56. Ryan, before we say goodbye, final thoughts on this match tonight?
Well, if IPFW continues to play like this, they're going to roll to the Final Four. They played absolutely perfect volleyball tonight. They served well, they blocked well, they dug well. They passed well, they set well, they hit well. So they had everything going tonight, and it's good to see. They've been struggling a little bit lately, and it's good to see them bounce back in this manner.
Well, a convincing victory for the Dons tonight, 15-9, 15-1, and 15-8. And again, the win increases the record to 11-7. Ryan, as always, I have a joy and a great time working with you, and we'll look forward to next Friday night
we'll be
against
there.
George
We'll be
Mason.
at the Gates Sports Center, another big crowd for that one.
Well, our program tonight was sponsored in part by Dairy Queen, Waterfield Mortgage, Fujifilm, Touchtone, Chestnut Group Incorporated, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Pizza Hut of Canterbury, featuring famous Pizza Hut pizza. We'd like to thank at this time the College 56 production crew, the IPFW athletic staff, the City of Fort Wayne, Comcast Cablevision, the IPFW Learning Resource Center, and especially the IPFW Office of University Relations and Communications for their contributions to this College 56 Sports telecast. This telecast of IPFW Sports is copyrighted and the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this event without expressed written consent is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed our telecast of IPFW Sports, and we thank you again for joining us this evening. For Ryan Peratt, this is Mike Moss saying goodbye for now. Again, IPFW successful tonight here at the Memorial Coliseum, defeating the University of Pacific by scores of 15-9, 15-1, and 15-8, improving their record to 11-7 on the season. Until next Friday night, we bid you a fond farewell from the Memorial Coliseum here in Fort Wayne, Indiana.